Gentleman in the mix.
Oh, hello. Excuse me, traders. Sorry, my mic was on. Welcome to the Sunday evening live stream. We are congregated here, like always, to witness the weekly candle close on crypto. Some of y'all might have gotten false hope on some sort of illiquid rally today, but not before longs were liquidated. I think 175 million longs liquidated, then 75 million shorts liquidated. And I would imagine on the pullback that we just got, like an almost 2% pullback off the highs, more people were liquidated. So it's just like liquidationception. That's what you get on the weekend. So we'll look into that and cover these cryptos where you've got a lot of altcoins, the lesser thans, that are reaching newer lows where you couldn't believe it. It could get any worse. It is. We'll look at the new week on U.S. futures, commodities, and all the rest. Okay. Here it is, man. Here it is. This is what you got. This is the price action you received. It was awful, right? Just the inflection zone that goes back to last year, 2024. There's resistance in 2025. It's resistance again. That's it. Up thrusted. Now you're like you're watching a back test of an up thrust, right? The up thrust, the definition, the buyers push the price through a resistance zone, but there is no sustained price action, and the buyers almost immediately lose that zone level. That's what happened. And now you're witnessing the reconfirmation of a resistance that was up thrusted through as resistance again. I mean, price action wise, until data comes in that's different, that's literally terrible. That's it. That's just terrible for now. As you can see above my head, I mean, it's starting to, discussing the last stream, the bearish consolidation structure that could do many things. Even they could push the price to $97,600, and that price would be held and contained within the parameters of this potential developing bearish consolidation structure in a well-defined downtrend in the midterm, right? Lower highs, lower lows consecutively. But yeah, kind of gnarly when we just I'll zoom in here on the 4 hour so you can just see again. The daily, it's clear, but then the 4 hour, it's like, oh my god, are they really just slapping it down like that so violently? Jeez. Yep, hard to win here, man. Yeah, people, the only people losing this weekend were the people that were participating. Long or short, you both lost, man. The winners, not involved. Oh, XRP conspiracy theorists talking about Trump announcing something tomorrow. Yeah, that's delusional fantasies. They'll tell you every day something's coming tomorrow. All right, they're just waiting, dude. They've been waiting for 5 years. No, 7, 8 years since that big top we got, the bubble. So that's what we got going on right now, man. That's the data that is presented at hand, and it's maybe we got something to talk about when buyers decide to recapture 92.8. But for now, that's not happening. I hope it does, though, man. Remember, I always hope that good things happen, but let's just talk about reality too. Okay, that's your weekend update on Bitcoin. It was cool, and then it wasn't. Still in the channel. The downtrend in the midterm, okay? Can't wait till we start making higher highs, higher lows again. That would be phenomenal. But all right. Ethereum, it's flat. But my God, the volatility in this illiquid desert from the low point to the high point, an 8.27% swing. Bro, and look what's going to happen. I mean, 47 minutes till the close, and just going to close where the open occurred 23 plus hours ago. And, you know, I guess the silver lining of this one, the kind of, it's not the worst thing in the world where Bitcoin's correlating negatively to its support. At least on Ethereum, they're correlating somewhat. They're trading above the level, right? It's being regarded as support for now, that $3,000 level, right? That goes all the way down to 2,900. It's just a zone, man. It's a zone, but still that for now, slightly upsloping, high and tight, or I guess low and tight consolidation after a big markdown. Okay, I mean, great stuff, dude. What a market. It's dead, dude. About 20 people trading this market. That's how you get almost 9% moves on the second largest crypto in the entire world on a weekend, man. All right. BNB flat. Decent move today on the downside, upside, but you still just, all right. We will have a major discussion on BNB when buyers are ever able to take out 930. I think you might have a run to 1,000, but until then, we just gotta look at what might be developing right now, which is just not, it's just bearish consolidation, like Ethereum, like Bitcoin, like Solana. Like Solana chat. Oh, smell. I mean, is this one swinging larger than Ethereum? I think it was kind of crazy, man. Not as much. Only 6.72% from the low to high today. But my God, I mean, just it's cool that there's a lot of support resistance around this area. Okay, it's not just one support resistance. It's a multitude. 123, 124, 130, 130. 581, and what they've done is the 135.81 was formally regarded as a resistance today at the peak, at the highs, as you can see that yellow line right there. And we'll go back and look at that level. That you can just don't take my word for these levels as real. Okay, I don't even take my word for it. I just look and I'm like, all right, this is a level where certainly reversals have occurred at one point or another. Look, the support even here. This was the Trump pump and dump Sunday morning special, early bird scam special. One of their insiders made millions of dollars on this scam. But even there, that's where they settled up and it occurred, the rally occurred. But look, forget that. It's more back here. It's like this test, two tests here. This was a trade setup, an old one that was great back in October 2024. Then you had a spring back test of it in July 2024. So it's just, that's what, so, and you also have other levels just below it by about $5. 130, 125, just a crap load of stuff here. So it's like, what kind of structure do we have? I mean, until new data presents itself that would contradict this or invalidate it, you just have to say a bear flag. And the issue with the trend is, we've already discussed this stuff, man. Beating a dead horse, a dead S coin, but they could even break the flag to the upside, rally to 160, 162, and then it's just a deep 886 lower high retrace and still not out of the woods. I mean, they would have to break 170 clean, and then they'd have to back test 160s support for real. It's just, again, insurmountable levels of adversity for buyers right now on these cryptos. Momentum just still too much in the hands of the sellers. I cannot wait until buyers reassume control of these assets. And I believe that data, price action, structures will show us that. And we're going to be monitoring that every day.
Gentlemen in the mix.
So we just got to call a spade as it is right now. Good morning, good evening, man. Oh, it's up so low.
Been a while since I supported the stream.
What's up, bro?
Just a reminder to you, Mitch, of the importance you do for us here. Love this community, man. Cheers.
Soflo, thanks for the 10 super chat and the really kind words. I really appreciate that, man. Well, I mean, I'm just here. I look at myself as just a tool for you to utilize on your own trading journey. As just, hey, you might know what you're doing even, and I'm just another resource for you. You got your ideas, you know what's going on, and then you're in here and it's like reinforcing. It might contradict, and you know, contradicting variables occur on charts all the time, where there can be a bullish argument and a bearish argument. And typically when there are contradicting variables, bullish and bearish arguments, that's normally the ones you want to stay away from. You want all the stars to align. When you're constructing a trading plan, or if you ever want to construct a trading plan, you want it all to line up. The value, the deep retrace, several lows have already been put in, so there's already evidence of more than before, but it's all happening. Again, at 88% retraces, they've already done the violation of the key supports. They've recaptured, they've reconfirmed them, they're holding, and then that structure's there that might have taken 100, 200 days to develop, things like that. So again, with these coins, like, I'm just looking at them because it's just market updates. All right, we're looking at the index funds because market updates, but it's a very rare occurrence, relatively speaking, that you're going to have a strong edge on any given asset, any given day, whether it's an index fund, a top crypto, gold, silver. But sometimes, you know, the years go by, the months go by, we eventually, oh, look, dude, there's an edge. And the only thing I can see about these cryptos is they're, for now, okay, literally, it is, what's the date? Oh, it's...
Hi, Mitch, please take a look at ticker D Dominion Energy. Keep up the great work. Thanks.
Sure, dude, thank you. One sec. It's December 7th. It's 6:20 p.m. Eastern. The data that currently exists is well-established downtrend on these cryptos and bearish consolidation. And then we could wake up tomorrow.
Sorry about the GA game. Can you review plug? Thank you.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, thanks for 20. Yeah, hard to beat the best coach that exists in college football right now twice in one season. Absolutely, man. And you got to give it to Georgia. They played extremely well. Their scheming was good, and also at the same time, the inverse stars aligned. The antimatter. Alabama playing the worst football I've seen since the Oklahoma game last year. And then before that, worst I'd seen in 8+ years. So yeah, just a bunch of bad, and just grateful that Bama made it to the playoffs. But now we got a rematch against Oklahoma, which could be good, but I don't know how, man. Like, without a running game, gonna be freezing in Norman. It's gonna be real tough, man. And just real quick, Mezzo Gamma, rest in peace, Notre Dame. Notre Dame deserved to be in the playoffs. I think Miami deserved to be in the playoffs, as well as Alabama, all three. But I think it is a flawed system where you have my G5 auto bids, garbage, stupid, not the best. And so whatever. James Madison, I think their strength of schedule is in the hundreds. It's just crazy. 11-1 to, who cares? Played nobody state every single game. Anyway, sorry. You got me started, bro. That's what happens. You get me started, we get going, and then, okay, but I'm trying not to talk about it. Anyway, so, right, that's the crypto. No change in sentiment right now until data presents itself that would change our minds, okay? It's going to take a lot, man. A lot. Just think about, how do trends reverse? Consecutive higher highs, higher lows. New channels develop that are upsloping. It's a lot of work. That's a lot of time that has to go by, too. A lot of daily candles that have to present themselves in a certain order for you to get that. All right. Yikes. Okay. Solana XRP. Oh, dude, XRP's up today, 0.2%. Holy crap. But the trend, you can understand, still down. They most recently put in local lower highs, and you're just hanging around 196. Of course, anyone out there in the world can say, bro, we're at supports. Anyone in the world could say that. I understand where you're coming from. We're near at supports, 196, 190. Come on, man. Is it time to long? It's like, well, I mean, do we have a structure here that is indicative of bullish? Like even on the 4 hour, bro. I mean, I'm still like, I get it. Maybe they're going to put in a higher low here. But it's just like, if we have unlimited assets that we could scan through and multiple markets to do it, I mean, don't you just want? I'd rather own Walmart. Rather own Walmart than XRP right now, just due to trend analysis. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. I'm trying to buy something, and this is just not it yet. But hey, yeah, it could. Oh, locally they could be putting in a second. Then go ahead, bro. No one's stopping anyone from taking a long here and then having a stop below 196. But what happens? It goes to 189, 190. You know, oh, it does that, and that's the better potential entry. But I would want to see like some sort of nice bounce there, and you don't have it. I mean, Mike, what do we have going on here? How deep is this? You know what, man? I mean, like, wouldn't that be great? Like a 786. If you wanted a Gartley, you'd need to go a little lower. Like, even if you were a harmonic supremacist, you would probably want this to go to 192 anyway. So I just would probably wait, whether it pumps here or not. And maybe we react there, and it could be real cool to see them recapture 196 and like, oh, dang, man, it's easy stop loss below 190 at that point. Easy. Because there's no way in heck you would want to own XRP below 190 at this point. They lose that again. Oh, forget it. We're going to 173, 162 fast. So, yeah, I mean, maybe 192 for a mini Gartley on the 4 hour. Just incomplete, but hey, whatever. Below the 200, you know, it's just trend not friend right now. That's okay. Because it has been other places. So, blue total real quick. Right, I don't even know, man. Excuse me. Do I even have this? What? I don't even think so, man. What, are you kidding me, dude? Oh yeah.
I like turtles.
All right, we got totals. We got the totals, man. Same stuff, man. Nothing's changed this weekend. Changed nothing. Like, you still got a potential consolidation structure that's not really favorable to buyers. They are holding 3 trillion, which is fine. I like that. All right, dude. That's one thing you got going for you. They hold it. All right. Take it to 3.26 trillion, and they'd be testing the top of this structure again. And that's it. I mean, for now, that's your upside potential if they were going to rally it instead of valley it on the new week. Yep. It's all about, can Bitcoin buyers recapture 92.8? They can. You're probably going to go run. I mean, there's just not much liquidity above 92.8. That would in turn push the whole market up. And these things could, like, it takes time, man. Like this just might take another week or two to develop. I mean, like, I don't like it's a coin flip. Like, they could take it up again. Oh my God. They could do it all the way to, you know, like 10 more days of uppity, you know, before dump. Like, you're not in not a good trend right now. You don't have a good structure developing, but literally look at you. You're in the dead middle of this potential bear flag. So flip your coin before we run on down to 2.9. Flip your coin again. We're heading on up to 3.24 trillion, and it's probably going to be inconsequential. It's just really hard to trade, if not impossible. Like, again, you want to have an edge, and I just don't think there's truly an edge. Like, you got to have a congregation of variables, and the congregation of variables have to be one way. So if they're bullish variables, you want to have a bullish trend backing you up to make those variables all more reliable. And if they are reliable, better performance. You don't have the trend behind you right now. So just because Bitcoin maybe has a crazy pump again, because we're in a really, really illiquid market, and I think market makers can do whatever they want at this point. because they've killed it. They've like literally killed this market, crypto. So just understand where you're at. You're at the casino, dude. You're literally, you know it, man. Let me guess, dude. UCN. Let me guess. Oh, it's up 1,000% today. Yeah. Again, more of this. Casino, bro. Casino, bros. Let me guess. Oh yeah, dude. Look at it. Oh, I can't wait till one candle rug pulls all of it. Yeah, that is insane, dude. No one buy this, but you know, he super chatted. He was like, look at it. And it's like, this is psychotic. I've never seen anything quite like this in my life. What are they doing? Wow. Look at that one candle. What is that? It doesn't even show me. It won't even show me what percentage gain that was, that the date of September 29th. What a joke, dude. Mex. Anyway, yeah, this is scam coin. 10,762,000. Okay. But you have the likes of the lesser thans, and look, you know, you got Algorand sitting down here near its lowest level since the election. ApeCoin hey chat, we're gonna have an all-time low today. I think it's gonna be the lowest daily candle close in the history of ApeCoin. Stinky apes, freaking baboons, man. Orangutans, all of them. Atom. Look, dude, going for the lowest daily candle close on Atom since 2020. Dude, we're going for over 5.5-year lows on Atom coin, Cosmos. Great. Comp coin, it's garbage, right? Look, I mean, like, here's the downtrend. You're in the downtrend, and it's like, look, two peaks to confirm the lowest highs of downtrend and rolling over, and they're gonna push this most likely to 29 bucks again. It's just disgusting. I mean, it's a big support there, but Dash coin down 7. The bubble's still unwinding, going for the lowest close since October 30th. Remember this one, dude? Remember FOMO should be illegal, but Dotcoin. I mean, you're close. You're real close. I mean, it's going to be the second lowest daily candle close literally in history. Ethereum Classic. Yeah. I mean, like, it's controversial. 29 minutes, it can happen. You're this close. Like, it could be if it goes a little lower before the close. Could be the lowest daily candle close since March 2021. You kind of get where I'm at. Dude, this guy's always like trashing on S coins, bro. It's like, do they not deserve this? Should we like say good things about crypto collectively? No, crypto collectively is a scam, and it's awful, and it's not an investment. Speculative asset driven by momentum. They killed sentiment. They killed the market. There's no more people trading this stuff, especially after October 10th. I'm a Filecoin, dude. Remember the pump and dump? Yeah, it's come full circle now, literally. Just think about this. I mean, this was probably the biggest pump we saw, right? In 2 days, literally. Remember, this was CZ's butler. He gave inside information. Just buy Filecoin and sell on day 2, and that's it. Thank you for your services to my estate. The butler got rich, you know, inside info. Crime is legal, and then it was over. 191% in 2 days, and here we are. He held that. There you go. I mean, you're talking about the 4th lowest daily candle close in the history of Filecoin. After that, oh, what about GRT coin, the Google of crypto? All-time lows, baby. We're going for a record. Most recent discernible event, a level from 2022. Amazing. It flipped and it became resistance. You gotta love the TA respect there, man. All right, I'm just kind of going through because I don't want people to be like, dude, there's a chance for crypto. It's like, if there is a chance for crypto, it's gonna be for maybe Ethereum, maybe Bitcoin, maybe BNB, maybe XRP, but none of these, dude. Okay, none of them. beating us while we're down. Dude, how are you down? You shouldn't have been in these. Are you watching the streams? People like stop watching the streams because the dude just talks crap about crypto, and it's like, well, look what's happening to crypto every day. It's to protect you, man. I am the you got the devil and the angel on your shoulders. I think I'm the angel here, but like you'll go on crypto Twitter and you'll have literal people that are actually somehow saying that stuff like GRT is gonna be okay. And just hold on, man. The bull market's coming. I have to be on the other side of your shoulder being like, dude, no. Just buy effing Walmart. Buy Tesla. Get out. These are beanie babies. These are not Kabuto coins or Kabuto Pokemon cards. Those actually have value, okay? Because an autist bought the supply and it went viral. Okay. So yeah, all day we go into it. We've got Pepe coin, dude. Bro, Pepe coin. That's a beautiful little bear flag, bearish rectangle going on Pepe coin. My God, man. That's a beautiful rectangle. Okay. We got a lot of downside though. Oh my God. To be below this peak from April 2023, I would just be targeting for whatever this number is because it doesn't give me a real number. It's like 18th, 10 millionths of a penny or something. Worthless, beyond worthless. Shiba Inu coin. I mean, like, okay, they hit support and bounce, but great, dude. This one's not as bad. Storage coin. Wow, look at that. Look what Storage is about to do. Storage in 25 minutes, chat. I'm a Storage coin. About to put in the lowest daily candle close since June of 2020. That will be happening soon. Cycles, but actually being in this game for so long now, it's not so much about cycles. I think it's some sort of newer thing that we're witnessing now, where there used to be such a small amount of cryptos where there was enough liquidity to support them, and there were market makers designing patterns that were evident of accumulation, and now there are so many of them now. 36 million. That was an old number. That's like there's probably 40 something million now cryptos. There's just not enough liquidity. There's no one's making the market on these coins anymore. Like, look at Storage coin. There's no structure here. None. No structure. There was a structure. It was like a descending triangle that's just been back tested as resistance. Again, you're just waiting on 11, 12 cents. And there is no guarantee that level is even going to hold up. So again, this isn't a commodity exchange. This isn't soybeans. This isn't natural gas that have very respectable key levels where the cycle concludes and rallies occur, and cycle tops where, and again, the asset, look, it takes 3 years. It hits the support. Oh, look, the entire cycle reverses, trend reverses, just like it did the past 5 times. Oh, and then look, it ran to the level that it's gone 3 or 4 times, and it literally, the whole trend reverses and is doing it, and it's respected. They're not doing that in crypto. That's not a thing. We saw that on the kind of the most recent time when, like, for instance, like Vchain, where like the M shapes, they like developed, and it was like, okay, this could be it. This is probably it, man. And you got an M shape developed and a rally, and look, the lowest high, and then look, lower highs, and then they're testing support. Look, another lower high below the 200, and then all of a sudden this new stuff came in where they broke all the support, and then they began to correlate negatively to the major levels all the way back to 2018, right there. It flipped, and now you're on the way to like 0.8 of 1 cent all the way to 0.7 of 1 cent. You're just waiting for lower levels. Like, look what's about to happen literally today. Not yesterday, chat. Not a week ago. Not like, okay, a month ago. Literally, as I'm speaking to you, in 22 minutes, this will be confirmed as Vchain's Lowest daily candle close since November 20th, 2020. So we're talking over 5-year lows in 22 minutes. No one's making a market on these anymore. There's no structures. It's just garbage. And you want this this will probably see another 36 to 40% downside, and no one's going to care. And guess what? Before it gets there, there could very well be a 15% rally in a day. 20% rally in a day, and it crashes again. They could take it to 1.5 cents. Here's insurmountable adversity. Buyers are not going to reassume control of this asset anytime soon. And that's what I mean, man. Okay? Different world we live in. Anyway, so sorry about all that. NASDAQ futures, we've reopened, man. We're up 0.06% after the bullish and golden candle on Friday. And I wonder if they're just going to, this is a V-shape. I mean, the V-shape's in the making. But you are up against this high from November 12th. Again, no structure, no strategy, not much you can really do with this. But yeah, we're just, I guess they're trying to recapture this channel or something. But okay, nice rally been going on for a couple weeks now. I'm just looking at it. Okay, S&P 500 futures just reopened, and you got them testing the previous minor high from November 12th to, it's up against it. They failed to break it on Friday. They might test it again today. That's about it. Okay, you would probably want to pull back for some structure to develop, but that's it. You're flat. Okay, so you got it, your futures. We've opened about 40 minutes ago, and they haven't really done much, and that's cool. Remember Mana? I remember them all. Decentraland. I get emails about Decentraland. They're still doing stuff on the Decentraland, on the little, in the world, you know, the fake world of Decentraland, and they're having like virtual parties and festivals. Are y'all getting those emails still? Yeah, someone's a $1 yacht that cost them $1 million 4 years ago. It's out there. They're probably shooting the virtual fireworks off from that virtual yacht. So let's all head over there to Decentraland, bro. Meet you there. Okay, let's look at like gold. You know, gold's just opened after that pretty nasty rejection on Friday. The high from November 13th just rejected, slammed down. There's someone out there not letting it break. You wonder, is it over? Is there going to be fall through from that failed break of 4,200? Is that a joint? I mean, you broke out of the neutral structure or price contraction structure. You don't have to call it a sim triangle. I get it. It's too much white space maybe, but either way, you could then say, all right, it's not that. Then just extend out, you know, a demand line. They could take it down to test that demand line of 4170 again. Okay, but you're just going sideways after the breakout, which is, it's okay. It's hard to want to buck this trend, man. Like gold is in a literal super cycle, the super cycling, and you never know when the top's going to be, but it would probably, you know, it might end with mania. Like, I mean, that we know that there was a buying climax in late October for sure, but man, the buyers, how they've regained their footing so well here. You got to wonder if it's got another tank for the engine here to take it, maybe to go retest all-time highs 4387. I mean, the way bonds are just anemic, like bonds, like TLT, the Treasury, they just can't. Oh, we're gapping down 1%, which is crazy. 1% on a Treasury bond is like literally 3% on an equity, and you've got to wonder, are we literally witnessing a paradigm shift from like the bond bros to, nah, we're not buying government debt anymore. The new world, the fourth turning is occurring, and we're just gonna hoard metals.
Ready for blast off coming week into earnings, weekly and 2 watts bullish div.
What's up, Dr. Fish? Thank you, dude. Look at Ruru Rimon. For sure. Look at it. I mean, Ulta did its thing. So you got the girls' makeup. So now we got to have the tight suits or the tight leggings and all that to complement it. So Well, look, it had been literally, I think this year, Rimmon had been one of the worst performing assets in the S&P 500. I haven't looked at it in a while, so it might have changed. But I'm just saying, right? Typically, yeah, the bonds are not acting as any sort of yield or safe haven. So that's what I mean about like super cycle and metals, hard assets. I mean, I would trust silver way over a bond right now, and I have, but I mean, just for instance, let's look back at it. I just want you to see like that right there, man. That like where you're seeing buyers literally confirm support resistances from many years ago, 15, 20 years ago, over and over and over again. The fact that you're getting this negative price action like this, invalidating this idea that it's even happening, that is a bad sign. Look, you're breaking, like on Friday, breaking back below the 200-day simple moving average, losing 88.62. It's like a Head and Shoulders. The Head and Shoulders now, they created it like in the past 2 weeks, like out of nowhere. It was kind of like the rally. They gapped it down. That's what I meant. Like it was down 1.6% in a day. That's like super serious bad. So now my Head and Shoulders is confirmed because the neckline broke, which was 88.62. And so heading on down to 87.74. And guess what they did? You know, what is this? I pointed out, what is that? That's the lowest high of the effing downtrend, the long-term death trend. Death trend. And you're trying to tell me that all of a sudden they paint this Head and Shoulders and it's now imploding? Good God, man. I guess a gap fill might be in order, 87.24. But again, with this going on, it's like, I think smart people with a lot of money might care about owning gold and silver and metals, platinum, palladium, far more than TLT or bonds in general. Okay, let's look at silver real quick. It made the highest weekly candle close in human history last week and the week before, I believe. Right, two in a row. Yeah. And just on the new week's up 0.15%. Really, these aren't moving, like whatever. Okay. But you just got to wonder, in Shanghai last week, the ask on silver hit like 60, 80. And they took this to 59.35 at the peak and slammed it down before the close. So you just got to wonder, in the East, they are hoarding silver. They are changing regulation on how silver is traded, actually. Like at the beginning of the year, China will be limiting, if not prohibiting, people from miners from exporting silver to the West. That's no longer going to be a thing. In India, that's going to be a thing in like April. So there's reasons. And so over here, though, you just have like the futures markets, just paper and the contracts, and they're shorting the spot price. But I think like eventually the future prices, the paper prices are going to catch up with reality. It's almost like the Big Short, where Michael Burry, you know, his position wasn't being realized as he was short on the housing market and it wasn't crashing or whatever, even though it was. Similar stuff to the silver market right now, but on the opposite side, where they are not letting this price rally to what actually is going on in the real world with physical supply. So this is just such an interesting moment for this metal. Okay, remember, 50 years, dude. Been fascinated with this ongoing situation. You had backwardation for like 6 weeks plus. I'm talking about this, man. Like Hunt's Brothers, blow off top, mania crash, back 2011. Cut with handle on the monthly. It's just like you never seen anything like this before. And a clean breakout on stupidly high volume. They had to shut down the CME futures to prevent someone from literally going insolvent, I believe. So you gotta wonder, where is this gonna go? I mean, they might back test the old all-time high on the weekly at some point, but maybe they successfully back test it. But if you care about log scale Fibonacci from just the previous high to low, you're looking at $73 as a first target. Then 90, then 121. Say 100 first. So anyway, again, I don't know. You should be paying attention to this because this is something that I don't. In my days of being a market participant on all markets, I've never seen anything like this. What's going on in silver? And I think it has something to do with bonds being like dead, and the U.S. dollar slowly over time losing its hegemony as the world reserve currency. Because Biden weaponized, in Europe, they weaponized the dollar against Russia and all that. And it was just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And now, like, the alternative, like BRICS, they are hoarding, what do they call it? High quality liquid assets like metals. So anyway, sorry, that was my TED talk on silver. And, you know, you can look at the other metals that are open today too now. I think platinum just, again, consolidating in an uptrend against resistance. It's probably gonna, you know, silver might be at $70 by the time silver gets its party rolling. You just don't know how long it'll take. But these things are in uptrends, right? I mean, like, remember trend analysis, trend is friend. I'm sorry, this is not downtrending now. Something changed. You break 17 plus 100. There's a lot of resistance here, but my God, dude, it's 2012 multiple times, 2013, look, 2010. To break that, I think that's when you see a huge rally in platinum, $1,900+. And then palladium's probably like my favorite. I mean, you know, silver's great because the trade setup was so pristine. That dragon pattern that's still waiting on target 3 at $60. But I think palladium, just in terms of being a Wyckoff bro, I like this one the best, I guess, because of it. Like where the trend has
Mitch,
only just
US
reversed.
30-year yield inverse head and shoulders breaking out.
Ethan, that was the things with 5. I don't know. I can take a gander at it in a minute. Let me just, I'm just getting through things, you know. Thank you, dude. But yeah, I mean, just like this one's my favorite because, yeah, again, the structure, the buying campaign from the composite man, central banks, and then you got the, I mean, the 3 things that happen at the conclusion of a Wyckoff accumulation structure did. The arrows are pointing to it. The sign of strength, which is breaking the trading range top, and then the pullback, the backup, and then the confirmation, which is the rally above the sign of strength. And now that sign of strength resistance is acting as support, and so you just have a bunch of absorption going on where there's a bunch of asks at 1500, and once they absorb the remaining supply there, you're going to see a big markup on palladium. And I think like 1853 is in order. Eventually they break 1850. That's when things go like, I talked about this, you know, I'm back in 2020, 2021, 2022, each one of these spikes, it was like making headlines like, dude, did you see palladium? That's crazy. I think you'll be getting that stuff again. Okay. And then we can look at, remember, dude, like the stock market's closed. What do you mean to do? You know, like I'm just covering commodities that are reopening. One thing I do want to look at is like U.S. oil, where I think, man, I went into this last week. I think we have a valid Gartley that will be ushering in the entire reversal of this cycle. Okay. I don't make calls, but I love this structure. I love how it looks. And I love the AW1. The AW1 is kind of like it's backing up this Gartley. I went into a long analysis on this US oil and the AW1 on Friday. But again, there's just not much more to talk about. We're just waiting 7 more minutes till the crypto weekly candle close. We're just hanging out, waiting for Vchain to make its lowest level in over 5 years, and all these other scams. GRT all-time lows coming in hot, 7 minutes. But looking at real assets, yeah, I think this Gartley is it, chat, for US oil. I know it's below 61, but I think until you're losing 57 at this point, I think this might be it. All right. Just remember, AW1, the Bloomberg Commodities Index Futures. It's a blend of commodities, right? The top weighted assets, natural gas and oil. Natural gas is already doing its thing. It made multi-year highs last week. Natural gas doing things. That's what got it going. But I think, and you are in a level where there's no liquidity on the AW1. Like you're going for the measured move of this major complex inverse head and shoulders. Right here. Way more to go. 122. And it's also resistance from 2013. I think natural gas is going to get you to some point. I mean, like it already has. But US oil could come in to help propagate this higher. And then metals are below or lesser. So you'll have like silver and platinum and palladium and US oil all working together, rallying to get this to the 122 mark. That's like kind of what I'm trying to do the math here, right? What assets are gonna make the AW1 get to 122? Oil, metals, maybe not gold, maybe some gold, but probably like silver, some palladium, platinum, oil, and then you can't really care too much about the food commodities like the corn futures, soybean futures, rice futures. Those are all part of the aggregate too, but they're like I think 5% or less of the entire weighted fund here, so it doesn't really matter what they do. And they're not even really looking that great anyway.
They use metals moon. Ga ga ga.
Could be on. Yeah. You will get absolutely. It will be I mean, like just for instance, you know, like say like luxury watches like Rolex. They will certainly, I can talk to my AD, authorized dealer, asking about that. And he said, yeah, like at the beginning of the year and throughout next year, they're looking at an 8 to 10% increase in the price of the precious metal watches. Even though it's just a small percentage, like a full gold watch, it's still, you know, not even close to the amount of what the watch is worth, but they're still going to be, because materials are costing more. So yeah, and then semiconductors, I think that semiconductors use silver. Yeah, I think it is going to affect the price of everything. And inflation, we all know inflation's on the docket. We're going higher, man. Money printing, metals, bonds collapsing. It's all in the cards. So yeah. Natural gas on the new week is down. But after a spectacular weekly, I mean, highest weekly candle close we saw literally since December of 2022. The new trend, and it all happened cycle bottom, right? You're looking the cycle. Oh yeah, every time, man. They're going to do it again. 608 on deck eventually, and 763, and they might top the cycle out at $10 again. Amazing. Okay, so we looked at, you know, I mean, like aluminum too, like just had its highest weekly candle close since May 2022, multi-year highs on an industrial metal. So it's not just precious metals, industrial metals seeing multi-year highs. Yes, that will affect the price of everything. I mean, if it's doing this, like, oh, what if I want to make a baseball bat out of aluminum? Well, I mean, it's going to cost you a lot more than it did in 2024. Like how much more? Well, I mean, 32% more for an ounce of aluminum. That's definitely gonna do things. Okay. Inflation. We're screwed, Jet. We're screwed. But hey, at least oats are oatmeal, right? Oat futures, at least they're not really doing well. And it seems like the trend will continue lower maybe until they recapture 338. Got a harmonic dud here. So at least some food's not doing well. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't own this below 328, 338. So, yeah. Nasty. I mean, oat futures just saw the lowest level in 5 years, over 5 years. So it's different. At least the lean hog futures. Oh my chat. No way. They're not, they thought they were getting a grip on lean hog futures, and psych, bullish engulfing candle 2 weeks ago, last week follow through. We're talking up almost 6% in 2 weeks. They're attempting a rally here, so they might be going for a confirmation high, slightly higher high, same high, lower high. But my God, man, you thought that we were getting the, you can talk about a super cycle. Yeah, this is the, I mean, this is the real Bitcoin. Okay. Since 2005-year super cycle, unstoppable, and now possibly putting in the highest low of all time on the weekly. Ridiculous. And we all know about copper. Copper's insanely good. I mean, copper, fourth highest weekly candle close ever last week. And we have a new week. You're down. Yeah. Metals are going to oscillate, man. Up and down. Oh my God, dude. Okay. So I'm not trying to, I mean, again, like, what do you want me to do? Like, do you want me to look at AVBP? Like, oh, look, dude, remember the Gartley and look at it now? Yeah. Remember? Okay. Remember Exos? I mean, remember the time we were looking at the setups and then they were there and they presented themselves and they're playing out and they're beautiful. Oh my God. Rivian that hasn't even played out yet. Like it's a joke, but it's not at the same time. It's a joke because like this, if it resolves, it's going to be $40, 30, $40. Yeah, we can look at those too. But I was just looking at, we're just having a talk, man. We're just hanging out. All right. We'll see here. We got, oh, the daily candle has closed. All-time lows on GRT or something. They're garbage, dude. All right, back to Bitcoin for a moment. A nothing burger. Big nothing burger on the weekly. I mean, neither candle represent anything. Just crazy amounts of indecision. A very volatile week, though. A 12.67% swing on your largest crypto asset in the world. And to me, it's just more like, okay, the market participants in a 2-week period are just digesting the carnage that just unfolded the previous 4 weeks. Where, I mean, at the lows, a 30% drawdown, again, literally in a month, and 2 weeks of, okay, are we going to be okay? I don't think we're okay. We closed below 91,265. Digestion, and it's not really great. We're not V-shaping. We're not pulling V-shapes. Just kind of neutral candles, and you can clearly see all they did was back test that key level as resistance, and that was it. Gosh dang, man. I just don't find... hey, man, it could pump, bro. It could pump. Anything can pump any day. But the trend's not your friend. It would be extremely random. It would be you going to a slot machine, pulling the lever, and congratulations on your freaking... jackpot. You did it, man. Bad trend right now. Looking at Ethereum. Dude, I love Ethereum, man. Just craziness. They held support at least. That's nice. They did do that. Hey, man, yeah, the inflection zone's been recaptured. Okay, you held. They could route, dude. It's just like they could take it to 3,200 again this week, and then by the end of the week, we're like at 2,600. Like all that right there, you can get rallies, and they could be big rallies. I mean, like think about the consequences of holding this level, recapturing the level, reconfirming it. They could take it to 3589, 3600. They could really do that, man. But what I would really, again, man, like if you're a value bro, you really a value bro. Like people can take a chance here, but you better have a stop loss below 2,900. I'm just saying. But if you want value, I think in this situation, you would pray. What do we do? On every other asset in the world, we do this. Why will we not do it on Ethereum? From the major discernible swing low we had in March, April of this year to the highest point we saw, all-time highs, we would probably want an $1,800 Ethereum to be able to say extremely optimum levels of value and great for risk management down here. You would want an M shape of sorts to complete. I think that's what you'd want. But again, you know, it's a 618 here. You get reactions, you get pauses at major 618. So that this is where a rally could occur. I understand that. I just don't like the daily right now. And I like other asset classes, other markets, better trends, better structures, better setups than crypto. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think I should be penalized or people should be mad at me for just thinking you have better options. You just do. You've had better options and they've been playing out. Bueller? Hello, Bueller? We can audio check. Sorry, I shouldn't be asking now, but that's the problem, man. In downtrend, but you're still gonna be in a midterm downtrend, even if they hit 3,500. So if you're wanting to somehow, if you're like, hey, dude, the only thing I can do because I'm autistic is own crypto. I don't believe in stocks, bro. It's against my religion or something. Like weird. Some people are like that. Literally in our Discord, they're like, dude, I don't touch anything but crypto. It's like, wow, you're a masochist. But I wouldn't own this asset below 2,900. But if you want to try to play the, dude, I just believe that it's going to 3520 next, then you better not own it below. You better stop loss below 2,900. Okay, that's all I can say. Just have protective stops set up. And they might, you know, stop you out and then pump it, of course, because this market's legit garbage and stupidly illiquid where market makers can do anything they want here. Okay, whatever. XRP, great, man. Sitting at support. It'd be nice if we get 192, 193 for a little mini Gartley down there, and it'd be at support, so you could easily set a stop loss up. But yeah, just hanging around. Not really excited about this one, but yeah, you're near a support zone. Absolutely. Okay, Solana. You know, still potentially bear flagging. What happens if, dude, in a day, you realize like it could be today, they could take this thing up 11% in a day and it'd still be contained within the parameters of this potential bear flag. Yeah, you're at support, man. At very, very key levels. You do not want to lose them. You do not want to lose this level. I mean, that's just bad, dude. Like if you're gonna be a bro, a crypto bro, and you're just like crazy, all I can tell you is if you want to participate, you better have stop losses just right below or at these key supports, because if you lose them, there just could be a mega meltdown on them where, wow, this asset in a day is at $95 after it loses 130. It could be violent and fast. So just promise me, if you are gonna dip your toes in this market right now, set up the stop losses on everything. All I can say. Okay. I'm a crypto, bro. Appreciate everyone tuned in right now. I don't know, it's probably like 10 of y'all here these days. Don't blame me for them killing crypto. It's not my fault, man. Yeah, we got nearly 600 here. Yeah, man. We're at the hard times. Okay. Hard times. Sorry about that. I did it a few more times. All right. Do we have any requests? I'm checking these out now. And hello, chat. I just wanted to get through just all the analysis, you know. Okay, some people are saying they are Tim Walsh in the chat. Okay, whatever. Audio's crisp. Very good to hear. Marked words. All right. Just reading a little bit, okay? I haven't read the chat, okay? Let me just give me a second. Yeah, IQ is certainly at a key level. We know, man. China, very key level. One-up trading. Don't let's not talk about UCN again until the rug pull candle happens, because it'll be one candle. One-up trading. It'll be literally one candle. Okay, what was the something's gonna break in the market? It's breaking. I mean, the bond market's dying. There's something messed up in that market. And gold and silver are indicative of it. There's no coincidence. Bonds are doing what they're doing with gold and silver doing what they're doing, and other metals too. And it's going to be a long extended thing, I think. I don't think it's ending in the next month. I think you're going to see all this stuff continue higher that has been, and all the lower is going lower. Okay, the first one was Dominion. D, just D. Okay. D. Yeah, a lot of these energy stocks have been consolidating for a nasty day, though. A nasty week last week. It was a 7% loss. That one's tough, man. This one's kind of tough. Hold on. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, the bell, that's up. Thanks so much for being here. Yeah. I'll show you what happened on Dominion Energy. $61.82 support from 2018, a resistance from 2013. Even more recently, in October last year, it was regarded and rejected utterly as resistance. Had a nasty engulfing candle. Lowest daily candle close, or lowest weekly candle close since September 2nd. It fell below the 200-week moving average. It was just a key. There was just too much supply, and the buyers relented pretty violently. Again, almost a 7% loss on the week. Bearish Mar Bazoo too. Oof. No shadows on either side. And with that being said, I don't know really what you would want on this right now. I don't know how you could strategize it. It has been rallying, but after that crash, I don't know if they're going to be able to. I mean, that if you were talking about an incomplete W shape in the making, that's the B point. That's the bad action magnet move, and they clearly couldn't break it. So I don't think you are really. I mean, liquidity zone above 64.65. That's the big one to watch. If they can break that, I think you got a good shot of going to like $74, $80+. But until then, it's kind of like, ugh. Yeah, this is not one that looks too great. Like, even if you had a channel like this, good downside. I mean, down to 53 before you saw a demand line. And again, up against resistance like that. You could do. I mean, kind of. If you saw a rally this week and they formally regarded 61.82 as resistance and rejected it, you could take a short on this almost. Because it's all about the levels here, and they've rejected the level not once, but a year later, twice. So not keen on this one right now. What, did you say something about it that was just look at the ticker? All right, we've looked at it. Hey, Maga, I think you did for the 25 super chat. All right, next request was plug. I want pumped and dumped. Weekly though, yeah, I mean, what a rally. Oh, a nice bullish and golden candle last week was a 10% gain. But all they've done though, unfortunately, is they've taken it to 230, tested as resistance, and that's it. So you really want to see buyers come in and break that. But we do have an 886. We got the M shape. So they've reacted off that retrace, that 200 moving average as well, but they've just rallied it to go test resistance, and then they just couldn't break it. So they might come back for a second test, but that's the big level on plug that you want to see buyers break. 270 on deck. After that, you break 270, that's where things could get real nice to 332. But yeah, that's all that's going on it. I mean, it was great here, and it played out. I mean, my God, like we were looking at this, identifying the confirmation low of the key level in September, and it went up. It was like a movie. It was like a wholesome, amazing movie where it went 200% in 3 weeks. You can't beat that. That's what I'm here for. That's like, what do you want to do? I mean, like if someone longed that at the supports, you know, with the confirmation low and easy to manage risk, you got to take profit, bro. You can't just hold for 200% and say, oh, it's going to keep going. That's stupid. If you're going to long and you're going to set up a stop loss, you better set up price objectives. You have to. Otherwise, you're not trading. So I can do, sometimes I'll give you there will be an optimum entry stop loss level. And there's going to be levels where, okay, it's going to reverse. And sometimes at 886s, you lose all the gains. So you have to be able to take some profit on a 200% rally in 3 weeks. Okay. Yeah. So maybe you're making the highest low of the new uptrend. Or maybe not. You might not even. Like it could just roll over here and they go back to 146. Oh no, we suck again. All right, let's look at Rimam. Oh man, they're breaking higher. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like you got a consolidation structure. They're just at the top of that right now. Let's see if there's actually follow through. I mean, it's a really bad trend, man. Like just a really bad trend. But yeah, they did come down to 164. An old resistance 2018, support from 2019, support somewhat at 2020, and they defended it. And you're rallying now. And if they were going to break this structure, you got a gap fill target at 205. If they were to take it above that, then you're looking at 225. So those would be two targets if it was going to continue. But let's just, hey man, let's keep it. Let's be tame here. Let's not even have expectations, because I mean it was the highest daily close since early September. But we just gotta see what if, like, you know, this week, the coming days, they just slap it right back down within the parameters of this little flag here. You just don't know. I mean, that's what they'll do though. Like that's how they induce buying. Oh man, take it to the absolute threshold of the structure, which is upsloping consolidation. And that right there, that's where people would start requesting it on stream. Dude, did you see Lululemon had its highest price? But look at it. It's just right up against the supply line. A big rally like that. I mean, so if anyone like out there, they would have longed 164 and they might be taking profit up 16% in less than 10 days. So just let's keep it calm here and see what happens at a resistance. Okay. 30-year yield. Oh, yeah, it is. Of course, we're looking. Dude, come on. We were looking at the bonds. It's just, dude, look at that. Oh my! I wonder if this is real. Chat, is this real? Because this looks extremely sexy. My God, what a beautiful. And this is the inverse, of course, of the TLT we looked at, right? Beautiful. And the neckline breaking 4.77%. You go all the way back. Oh man, look at this. Resistance 2008, 09, and 2011. And kind of, I think you see a couple in 2000. That is a big resistance. You can barely tell on my screen, but I'm serious. Right there, you have major reversal. Pump, dump, pump, dump, pump, dump. I mean, that's exactly, so they're breaking that right now. So you could be setting, I mean, they could be putting in the highest low of the entire crazy uptrend with a momentum shifting structure, recapturing the 200-day simple moving average. Measured move would take you, I mean, 5% minimum. Wow. Yeah, 5% is probably your target from here if this is real. Very bad, boys. I'll just play it, you know, if I can.
Very bad, boys. Very bad.
No one wants your bonds. That's it, though. That was the last request. Orlando Costa, thanks for the sub on YouTube, man. If you're out there watching. So I've been live now for an hour and 16 minutes. This is why we went live, man. I mean, I go live to witness the weekly close with you. It wasn't great at all for crypto. 2 weeks of digestion after a 30% loss in a month. And they closed the day below the key level. The 4 hour, you can see above my head. It's just an upsloping consolidation structure. I mean, best case scenario, they could take this to 96,700 and people would start buying at the top. They'd start buying the top of this flag. They'd be like, dude, oh my God, we're good. But that's not even happening yet. So I don't think you have an edge in crypto right now. I do not think there's anything that implies like impending price action reversal to the upside. If it happens, coin flip, roulette table, put it all on black, on red. Congratulations on your 50% chance of something happening. But remember, the trend is not your friend right now. Okay. So thank y'all for coming out. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all are amazing.
Gentlemen in the mix.
Be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. It's free to join. Free to join. I mean, you get notified when I go live. You will miss my live streams if you're not in the Discord. There's an educational resources tab that has just the source material. So if you're looking to get your feet wet in the world of traditional technical analysis, you want to learn more about the jargon, this language. It is its own language. There are resources in the Discord to help you, and it costs you nothing, man. Like literally, this is all voluntary. I'm crowdsourced, dude. 100%, 8 years. Like there's no catch. I literally exist to try to help as long as I can on this earth, and that would be my legacy. Okay, all this education. There's no like paywall behind the education really, because it's all in the live streams. So join the Discord though. Active community, wonderful people, family friendly for the most part, and yeah, you can, you know, that's where the conversation here continues when this live stream ends. I'm active in the Discord. So if you're like, you know, you're just in the general chat, you can like ask me questions, whatever. You can ask people questions about any of this stuff. Technical analysis and trading. And there's going to be someone there that's going to try to help you. So it would behoove you to join if you're not in it now. So thank you all for coming out. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Until next time. Oh, wait. Boom. What's up, Anon coming in? This is how y'all do it, man. You just love doing that, don't y'all? Well, look.
Mitch, can you take a gander at Dollar Spot and Dollar Shack?
Sure, Spot and Shack. I guess I'm here a little longer. You got me, man. Spotify. Yeah, correcting after it's insane. run. It's freaking historic run. They broke the neckline. There's just really nothing to do here. I think momentum's super strong in sellers' hands. It is a little oversold. Any rally you get, it's going to be probably short-lived. They might take it all the way to 620 for a bearish back test of this, like, this is what you would consider an Adam and Eve double top, and it's textbook. And that lower high right there, rejecting the 200 moving average, and at the same time rejecting the swing high back from 2020 February this year, that the killer. I just got nothing for you here. I don't think it's like you're at a level where there's no way to manage risk for a short, and too long here is extremely risky too, because there's still a lot more downside. Like they could take this down to 484, $500, and that might be a better area to start identifying a reversal structure. But so far, you had a double top from June all the way to October that is confirmed. So you're correcting now, and look what happened, man. I mean, my God, like the run was ridiculous. 2022 to 880, 80 all the way. It went up almost 900% in 942 days. Incredible. So pullback here. If anything, wouldn't we want the pullback to conclude at an 88% retrace? So we would want it to probably go to a 511 anyway. So any rally you get, just know, right? They could rally it for a test of 620. Any rally that concludes lower than 652 is your lowest high of the correction, the downtrend, the midterm downtrend you're in. And that would just be less than before, and then we'll roll over again and retest the lows, or maybe even go even lower. So you can't. Maybe if they take it up to 620 and you can see some nice rejection there, it might be a decent short setup. Easy to manage risk if they're putting in a confirmation high up there a couple times locally. But until then, man, you just gotta be. Yeah, you missed the party, dude. The party's over. I mean, for now anyway. And even if you wanted some value in an uptrend, 500, 511 would be better. Okay, spot, and then say shop. No, shack. It's the Shack Man. They make burgers, the Shake Shacks. Well, I mean, there was a time and a place. The party, it existed, and all parties come to an end. And the party, the posters were all over the city. It was a block party, dude. Join the Shake Shack party where our burgers have the special sauce. We're about to moon. And that was back in 2023. We were in here identifying this stuff. It existed. I don't know. There might be evidence in the Discord even. I mean, there typically is, man. Let's see if we could even find it. Yeah, we covered this a lot. Yeah, come on, man. Shaq Kang. Shaq Kang. Shaq looking great. January of 2023. Let's go back. Let's look. What's it look like? I'll show you. Right here. Shaq Kang. 3/7/2023. Shaq Kang. I don't know why it's like blown up like that, but wait, hold on. Wrong. Now I know why. There it is. Do you see it, chat? There was a time and a place. There typically always is. And this was back then. It's just like the metal miners. Same type of M shapes. And they've all but concluded. They go up what? Top of the harmonic. the A point twice, and it's been correcting. And I think I just don't think there's anything to do on this. Like, okay, it's maybe hitting a level. Yeah, I mean, it's trading right at this high from 2015. But again, it's like, typically when they do this, it's like, it's better to look for something already doing this. Like, you can scan through thousands, tens of thousands of assets and just look for a, you know, an asset that's like doing this. Oh, like, dude, hey, let's go look for assets doing this right now. Not the ones that have already concluded their cycle and are correcting and could continue to correct for who knows how long. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, thank you so much. Anon. Joe Plunkett, thanks so much for the sub, dude, on YouTube. Welcome. So let's see. Bitcoin's probably going to go test the key resistance again, man. I hope we can break it. But just know, we go to 97.7 and we're still stuck in this little flag above my head, unfortunately. So thank you all for coming out. See you on the Discord. Till next time. Respect the TA.